Okay, so today's project is making yogurt, and I'm following Priya's father's recipe. And so I've started out, I'm using a fancy milk from the biological store, because that's where I'm going these days during the quarantine. Anyway, so I've put 2 liters of milk into a saucepan, and I'm bringing that to a boil over high heat, and it says you're supposed to watch very carefully and make sure that it doesn't actively boil but just reaches the boiling point, and then we're going to lightly cover it and let it sit for 30 minutes. So I just stuck my finger in it and it was very, very hot, so I'm watching carefully to see if there are any bubbles forming along the edge, and I don't see any yet. Okay, so I think just along the edge I'm starting to see bubbles forming. Yep. So at this point I'm going to turn off the heat and put a lid on it. And now I'm letting that sit for 33 minutes, because it says between 30 and 35 minutes. And then we'll come back to it. So here we are. It has now been 33 minutes. So the next direction in the recipe is to take a teaspoon of the yogurt and smear it on the bottom of the pot that you're going to put it into. So that's that. This is the yogurt that I'm using as a starter. It is an organic full-fat yogurt. So now we've got a little bit of the yogurt. We're putting that in the bottom of the pan, and then I'm going to take the rest of the yogurt, put it into the milk, which is now cooled down fairly substantially, and I'm going to stir that in, and then we're going to take this, stir it in thoroughly. It's still pretty hot. Let's see how this goes, and I'm going to take my, here we go, set it out. Pour that through a sieve. Okay. Now, it's covered up with a little bit of the milk solids. Oh, no, it's just full. Anyway, I just will force the rest of that through, but it should be nice and uniform. Put that in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this loosely, and I'm going to put this in the oven at 35 degrees for 2.5 hours. Okay, here we go. Putting it in. Taking our container. Putting it in the oven. And we're going to put it on basic heat, and we want to do it at 30 degrees for 2.5 hours. Okay, we'll see how it is then. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours, so we're going to take a look. And it's been at 30 degrees this whole time. We're going to see how it is. A little warm to the touch, but not a lot. And I would say that is nowhere near done. Really? So we will put that back in. It's getting a little bit of thickness, but it's got a ways to go. So I'm going to leave that a while longer. Okay, so here we are taking it out after quite a while in the oven, much longer than I thought. But we'll see how it's going in terms of firmness. It looks fairly decent. It's got a little body to it. And yeah, you can see it kind of possibly starting to split, but we're going to put this into the refrigerator, and ideally it will end up firming up. So, okay, So here we are. We will put that in the fridge and cross our fingers. So in the end, the next day, what we've ended up with is yogurt. It's a little thinner than I wanted it to be, but in general, flavor is good. And there we have it.